Hey, how are you today? This is Tony, and welcome to BorderlineHR. Today, as a couple of you guys asked for, our video focuses on stress levels and the skills learned in Dialectic Behavioral Therapy. For BPD sufferers, it's hard to predict how we're gonna feel at a certain point of time because our moods are so unstable. These mood swings leave you exhausted because you're constantly switching between these extreme states. It's also important to know that our stress level rises up faster, stays up there for longer, and is harder to get down than it is for people without BPD. Okay, so let's get into stress levels. A stress level of 0 means dead. I'd say 30 is when you wake up in the morning on a good day. 40 to 50 is normal work-related stress, I'd say. Normal everyday stress. 60 means pretty stressful. And everything above 70 is high distress. High distress is unhealthy for you. Prolonged periods of high distress are an increased suicide risk, interfere with your thinking, and are generally a very unpleasant thing to feel. I'd put losing a child at a shopping center at like 80, 85. A 99 would be, oh my god, I'm gonna have to commit suicide, I just can't take it anymore. And 100 would just cause your head to explode, I guess. Here's an example of a day, both for a neurotypical person and for me. So you wake up with a stress level of about 35, you go to work. Craig from work is strangely cold towards you, and it's really awkward when the both of you are in the room. So your stress level rises to about 55, as it is really, really awkward. Then you go home, maybe have a little evening jog, and your stress level sinks to about 45. You eat dinner, go down to 40, get ready for bed with a stress level of about 35 at the end of the day. Okay, so I wake up with an already higher stress level of about 45. Probably didn't really sleep very well, probably had nightmares. I go to work, and Craig from work acts strangely cold towards me. I will keep thinking about this throughout the whole day, and my stress level rises to about 68. I get home, eat dinner, but I just keep thinking about Craig, like, should I maybe message him, or would that be overreacting or inappropriate in some way? And I'm still at a stress level of about 65. And now I maybe decide to watch TV to distract myself from the whole Craig situation I'm gonna have to enter again on my next workday, but I still keep thinking about it. I'm now at like 60, and a few hours later, I try to go to sleep, but I can't. My stress level's still at like 55, and god damn it, Craig! So, now it's your turn. Yeah, you're goddamn right, we're doing this. Place your hand upon your chest, close your eyes, breathe in deeply, and think about, what's my stress level right now? Mine is about 55 right now, which mostly relates to this video and this channel in general being very, very important to me. It's important for us to be able to assess our stress levels quickly and precisely, because only then can we identify the right set of skills to deal with them. It also helps you to better assess what you can deal with and what you should distance yourself from. Practicing this often is a thing that I fully encourage. It goes the same as with mindfulness. Practice makes perfect. The definition of a skill in dialectic behavioral therapy includes any behavior that helps to efficiently cope with a situation in the short term and does not harm the user in the long term. Dysfunctional behaviors such as substance abuse, binge eating, or self-harm are therefore not skills, despite short-term tension regulation, as they are harmful. Some skills can also help you to return from dissociation. Stress tolerance skills are used to cope with crises and high stress situations in order to replace dysfunctional behavior. While the dysfunctional behaviors are replaced, skills such as dealing with feelings, mindfulness exercises, and interpersonal skills are promoted. Individualized skill chains are created from these skills, which patients can access at any time. A skill box or an emergency box can be really helpful here. So skills can be grouped into skills relating to your five senses, like chewing a very sour drop or eating hot chilies. Skills that are thought related, like solving a puzzle. Skills that focus on taking action, like sport. And body focused skills, like breathing techniques. A few examples for skills would be physical activation through jogging, squatting against the wall, juggling, or swimming. Causing and consciously feeling body sensations, like a cold shower with clothing, rolling a massage ball over your skin, eating hot chilies, listening to music, fanning ammonia, or smelling tiger balm. Skills can also help you by empowering positive feelings, like through watching your favorite children's movie or cuddling with your favorite child's toy. Another example would be to make a pro and con list to understand the consequences of impulsive behavior. Another would be radical acceptance of circumstances not under your control in the moment. Relaxation exercises like progressive muscle relaxation or autogenic training. Another skill is to think of your everyday hero. This is a person whose actions can be a role model for you in the situation. One of my everyday heroes is Marsha Linnen. Above all, those skills that can be carried out promptly and in public can be integrated into a patient's life. For this purpose, you can create your own skill case or emergency case, which in addition to stress tolerance skills also contains positively charged memories, like your favorite child's toy, or material from other skill areas, like worksheets, a craving protocol, or pro-con lists. In addition, the emergency case can consist of your own records, which are accessible to you at any time, or maybe have no physical form at all. Here are the contents of my skill box. I have to say that many of my skills don't really fit in a box, like practicing my violin, my trusty old hairdryer, or writing songs. So normally I keep those items at their specific places in my apartment, easily accessible to me, and get them when I need them. Okay, let's go through them. So first of all, I've got my favorite donkey in the whole wide world, Eeyore, which always makes me feel compassionate somehow. Then I have this pig, which was gifted to me by a good friend of mine. Push the sorrow away. This is a vial of ammonia, which I can break and then smell. I have a rubber band here, which I would put around my wrist and then start snapping against my wrist. I have this massage ball, which I also just put in between my hands and then just push really hard. This would be a kind of equivalent to the sour drops I mentioned earlier, even though it's powder and not drops. This is a hand trainer for guitarists. I don't even play guitar, but it still helps to keep my hand occupied. Wait a second. Yeah, there you go. This little bug was a gift from my mother. Um, and I like the smooth, rocky feel of it, and it kind of irks me. And those are lemon drops, um, which my grandparents used to give to me when I was younger. So the taste kind of reminds me of a simpler time. So next we should talk about skill chains. In the application, the aim is to reduce the current tension and state of distress. Occasionally, the application of a single skill is sufficient. Often, skill chains are used, in which a self-specified series of stress-tolerant skills follows one after the other. So, when I start skilling, but have a really, really high stress level, I will go and use the group of skills that are specifically for these high stress moments. An example for one of my skill chains would be, okay, so we say I start out at a very high level of stress. So let's say 90. The only thing that really helps then is just to lie down on the floor, get as much ground contact as possible to earth myself. That brings me down a bit, and when I'm at about 85, I can start using my rubber band and snap it against my wrist. At 75, I press a cold pack against my skin. At 70, I take a shower. And finally, at 65, I would use my hairdryer. As you can see, a lot of different things can be skills, even things others may find strange. But never be ashamed of your skills, but instead proud of finding a way to cope. So I keep on doing these until my level of stress is low enough for the rest of my skills to work. Then I'll switch to those other skills until the pressure is bearable enough. Of course, this doesn't always work. I still dissociate sometimes, but with the skills I've learned, the times it happens have significantly decreased. So in order for skills to be used, open-mindedness and willingness to learn are essential. You've got to be open to trying out these techniques. If you block yourself in any way and think the skills are dumb, weird, or ridiculous, you won't be able to use them. It's also important to practice skills regularly. And you've got to find out which skills make the most sense for which situation and which work at all. If some skills seem like they're working, but something just isn't right yet, you can always experiment or invent new ones and discover your own. For example, I've discovered that the sound and warmth of the aforementioned hairdryer always had a calming effect on myself. After noticing that, I tried it out in situations where I was under high stress. And while it doesn't make the distress fully go away, it helps in calming myself and provides a level of comfort which assists me in coping. Do you have skills that help you when you're in emotional distress? Maybe they could help others too. Go and write them in the comments for us. Thank you for watching. Do you have any questions you'd like me to answer, or borderline related topics you'd want me to cover, or experiences you'd like to share? The comment section is yours. Please also don't forget to save the like and subscribe button from their respective feelings of abandonment, and see you next time. Be kind to one another.